today's video, you guys have seen my NAS which I built recently, and I've been having trouble with this NAS because we used HP motherboard into it. Out of its original chassis, it's giving me so many problems, like the USB panel is not connected, the audio panel is not connected, and the power supply fan is not detected. So because when you restart the NAS, you have to press enter. It's supposed not to be like that, right? So if you turn it on, and it should just go to the web page or load up everything automatically, and you should see the web page after that. You don't need to press any buttons and all that. So now it is not happening with this motherboard. So whenever I have to restart it, I have to connect the keyboard and I have to press enter quite a few times, and it restarts again and I have to press enter again twice or three times. So I was frustrated. So I decided to change the motherboard, upgrade this NAS Ultimate motherboard, which is this. You guys have seen this is Z270 Fatality from ASRock. This is going to be my ultimate NAS setup. So let's this video start. Welcome to my new video. Today's video we are going to change this NAS to an ultimate NAS setup. So you guys have seen the hard drives are on this side, so we are not going to touch the hard drive side, but we are going to replace this motherboard with an ultimate one, which is this. This is ASRock Fatality Z270 gaming motherboard. So I bought it cheap from AliExpress because these motherboards are quite old. So it's from 2017 or 18. These were pretty good motherboards, really good. So this is also can be 6th generation or 7th generation, depends on what CPU I have available on in my hand. So if I have 6th generation, I will be able to update or upgrade the CPU to the 7th gen. But at the moment, I'm gonna go with the 6th gen CPU, and let's get started. So I'm going to focus mainly on this part of the NAS on the motherboard side. So I have already removed the connector from the motherboard, the power connector, so nothing needs to be connected. So slowly I will remove other components like this HBA connector. So all the hard drives are connected to this cable here, and which makes it easy, by the way. And let's remove the screw from here. So now because I have so many SATA ports available on the other motherboard, I may not use this HBA card because I can connect all the hard drives to the motherboard straight away, and that will be actually good. So going to remove the 10 gig card. I don't need that too because the new motherboard supports 5 gigabits Ethernet on the motherboard, so we don't need that. That's why I'm saying that, okay, this is the ultimate setup. Audio port out. Now I won't be getting any fault codes or codes related to the audio port because that motherboard is not HP, by the way. So there are lots of hacks available online to disable those faults, but I have tried. You can see over here, this is a small jumper cable here. So I will move the PC up and you guys will be able to see. So that is the jumper cable which I connected, but it did not work. I'm still getting that fault, so I was so frustrated. Yeah, I decided to replace this motherboard. So yeah, disconnect all the cables. And now we also don't need this special cable to start the motherboard or to start the PC. So I'll be removing that cable and cutting it down first. So let's cut it. So let's cut these wire ties which I put before, because I just wanted to organize the cables. So yeah, that was the stupid cable which supposed to disable that power supply fault, but I don't know if I bought the right one. It worked, it started the PC good, but it does not disable that fault. So I'm going to remove this also. Now I will be able to take the motherboard off, so I am going to remove the screws, all the screws which I installed earlier. Okay, is it out? Oh, okay. So here is our HP motherboard which we installed, right? And you can see that plate behind it to hold the heatsink, which was a really good project, by the way. That I tried it before, it didn't work, but this was my second time to use these HP motherboard somewhere else, and clearly it worked. So now I just can keep this motherboard on the side and bring the new one. Okay, so we have so much space. This new motherboard came in with IO shield at the back, which is this. It's a very good thing though, because we did not have the IO shield with HP. So how I am going to install it? So we are ready to install it again. Should go this way. That will work. It's a fail. So for the CPU, I have i5-6500. So it's a 6th generation CPU, which is sufficient to transfer the files at maybe 10 gigabit per second. And the cover will pop up by itself. There you go. So cover popped up by itself, which is good. It means our CPU is installed properly, and now we can proceed further. So for the cooler, I am going to use the Intel stock cooler on it. So because this PC is going to run continuously and it's not going to work much, so I'm going to use the Intel's stock cooler. So which came out of this motherboard over here, right? This is a mini ITX and this is H81. So it's a 4th generation motherboard, H81 chipset, and the cooler is here. So now I was astonished by checking the cooler, because this is the same cooler which can go on 6th gen and 4th gen. So some of them are compatible, but some of them are not compatible. So let's install the cooler now. The studs are in and not touching anywhere. I can see it's seated properly. There are capacitors which I can see clearly, and these are all good. So I'm just going to connect the CPU header, and there you go. Now we are going to install the RAM. So that's good. So okay, the RAM is in and the CPU is in. Now I am going to connect the power and first check it that if it works or did I do something wrong. Okay, so I have installed the RAM and CPU, and I have also checked that this is working. Now, one thing I want to let you guys know that, okay, Corsair Vengeance 3200 megahertz, it does not work as it is. You have to overclock the PC to make it work, right? So this is 3200. So you have to overclock the PC to make it work. So I don't want to overclock this PC. I just wanted to transfer the files over the internet, and that's all. So what I did, I used the generic RAM from HP PC, DDR4, which works around 2133 megahertz. So I'll turn it on. So as you guys can see, that's the LED display over here, which let you know what's the code. So if there is any fault code on this motherboard, if in my case I had the fault code 00, 15, 30 and 4C, so that was the sequence, and after 1 second the PC was turning off. So I searched online on the website of ASRock, and according to that website, that was the memory fault. So I tried different configuration over here. I tried single RAM stick, double RAM stick, right, but they did not work. So I tried this Ripjaw. So it's an 8 gigabyte stick. It worked fine. So, and I went to the BIOS, checked it, and as per the data sheet of this motherboard, these RAM only work in the overclock mode. So I'm not going to do that. So hey, I'm not using these RAM. So now this is a kind of ready. So now what I have found, I do not have so many SATA cables. So instead that I am going to use the HBA card because I have the cable available. So HBA card, you guys know this card from my last video, and I have the cable. This HBA card supports up to 8 hard drives, which is pretty good. I think I liked it. I'm going to use this card in the last slot, and because I'm gonna connect the cables there and it is easy to reach there. So now when I started this PC, I did not get any fault or anything. I just installed my Windows hard drive on it, and it was directly into Windows. So that's what I wanted actually. And now our NAS is finished, but I would like to install a 2.5 gig card. I hope you guys will see this in my future videos. So it can go straight here on the first slot, which is PCI by 16, PCI Gen 3 by 16. No, sorry, it's not 16, it's PCI Gen 3 by 1. Only one lane. So our NAS is ready. You guys can see that, okay, I've installed the motherboard, 6th gen CPU. I have used generic RAM for this build because this RAM doesn't work. This will only work with the overclocking, right? Because this is 32 megahertz DDR4. So please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel, guys. Please, I need your support, and I like to do this stuff, so there will be more and more stuff like this from me. It will be awesome. Thank you guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.